Greetings, YouTube. Today we'll be talking about the Safari Limited Crystal Blue Dragon, which is, it has it also written in 2 other languages. This is product code 10175 and recommended for 4 and older. In fact, there's a little label on here which says choking hazard, though I'm not 100% sure how one chokes on this, but there you have it. And the inside it says, check on here for more information about replicas. This is not a replica, folks. It's a Chinese lung. It has nothing to do with the reality. Though I'm always pleased to see that Chinese dragons don't have the traditional pointed tail. They have more variety in their tail structure, which I appreciate. So here you have it, the classic Chinese wingless style of dragon. And I particularly picked this model up because I had another one which was a darker blue, but he didn't have these really wonderful whiskers. I thought it was really quite nice. I think they're quite good. And it's got these nice red eyes, some horns, which are fairly realistic because they have that bifurcation right there. It looks like animal horns, you know what I mean? Which is also tradition of some Chinese dragons. They have horns that look more natural than a lot of dragon horns do on European dragons. You have the classic open mouth, and with the tongue just deployed, and it has more of a snake design, so I can very much imagine that tongue being used to smell the air around it. Now this, if you look very carefully, you can see through it. It's translucent, which is one of the things I really liked about this figure. You probably see it more readily here on the leg because it's much thinner. I really like that. The gold is alright. I think the gold, they could have burnished it down just a little. It looks a little bit over the top, but maybe this dragon spends all its time polishing itself. Now, it's interesting that these have 4 digits as opposed to a lot of European dragons which have 5. Also, it has little elbow tufts, which I quite think that was a nice feature right there. And I think the sculpting on this is solid. The paint job's not bad. It's quite acceptable. I'll be taking all of this off. I wanted to leave it on because for once I actually have the tags on the figure. So I figure I would do a review with the tags in place. So overall, it's a nice figure. I really do quite like this guy. It's got a little bit of sparkle, a little bit of sheen here on these scales. And I could definitely see this thing being seen in icy waters, you know, like an Arctic cold environment from northern China, or just out of a winter storm, galloping through the clouds as a blizzard, you know, obliterates some small village somewhere. Definitely see this as a dragon that is the master of inclement winter weather. That would be very cool. But it's a nice figure. I really do enjoy this one. I think it was well executed, and I'm glad it's in my collection.